Good morning, everyone. Been having technical difficulties, so finally got it on. Um, so hopefully some of you guys will jump on soon. I tried to do it with StreamYard and it just wouldn't come on. So hopefully this will work. Let me get going here. See if this is working. Yay. All right, if you guys jump on board, tell me you're here. I'm gonna be reading the comments on my phone because I can't see up there. Um, but we're gonna be doing some meal prep today. Hopefully you guys will jump on. If you're here, say hi. And we'll get started. How's everybody doing? Hopefully everyone had a good, I almost said Christmas, Thanksgiving. Let's see, I'm going to share the stream also, a couple places. Real quick. Well, some people jump on. I don't know what's the deal with StreamYard. It would not work today. Share it on my page. All right, let's see. We are live. I don't know if it's StreamYard or my Wi-Fi, but it could be either. Who knows? All right, there we go. Let me get on here so I can see the chat. All right, so I'm going to get started. If y'all jump on, say hi. If you're going to watch the replay, say hi in the comments there. For those of you who might be new, I am Lindy, aka Paleobarbie. Paleobarbie does keto. I've been keto 4+ years, but it'll actually be 5 years in February. I was paleo 8 years before that. Yeah, so this is me. I have 2 autoimmune diseases, Graves' disease and rheumatoid arthritis, and I originally started paleo for that, and also weight loss, but mostly for those things. And then I just did some more research, found keto, and been there ever since because it helps better with my weight. But I do love paleo. I think it's a great way to eat, and that works really well for a lot of people. But I just needed to up my game some, and so that's why I'm paleo. And I do believe it's one of the best ways to eat. Let me put this aside real quick. So if you're new, that's kind of my story. I also have an intro here on my channel you can watch to, get to know me a little better if you're new. I'm drinking my coffee. I did relaxed carnivore up through Thanksgiving, and now I'm kind of back to like Ketovore. I did that mainly because I was having some inflammation in my hands from my arthritis that had flared up. And I wanted to tweak that and kind of calm that down so that I could feel better, right, for the holidays. So they're much better. And I don't plan to be like tons and tons of vegetables right now. I'm going to still do a lot of meals that are just carnivore-ish, and then I'll have some vegetables thrown in here and there. Like this morning, I had an egg, 2 eggs and some egg whites mixed together for an omelet with cheese. And then I had some bacon. So that was pretty much carnivore this morning for breakfast. But right now, I'm going to get started with meal prep. The first thing I'm going to be meal prepping is I'm going to make the protein-sparing modified fasting bread. I can't have gluten or wheat. So any of these keto breads, or so-called keto breads, low-carb breads that say keto on them, right? They're at the grocery stores. I can't eat them. My husband can eat them, and he does fine because he doesn't have any of those problems. I do. So I have to make my own bread, or sometimes I'll buy that carbonate bread because it doesn't bother me. They have the gluten-free version, and it's pretty good bread, I have to say. But this one I like because it's I know what's in it, and also it has a lot of protein because it's made with egg whites, right? So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and mix this up so we can get this started. So I've got my mixer here, and this I use her simple recipe, Maria Emmerich's simple recipe. She has other ones. The first time I made it, I used to use the liquid egg white. Now I've switched to her more simple recipe, which is just egg white powder, which is this is the egg white powder I use. You can use whatever kind you want. Keto Chow has a great one, but this is the one I usually use because I can usually find it on Amazon pretty cheap. Some allulose, some cream of tartar, some red bean salt, and water. That's all you need. And sometimes I make this in a big loaf like this one, or sometimes I make 2 smaller loaves. I tend to like the big loaf better because it makes bigger slices. So like if I want to make a sandwich, I don't have like tiny little slices. When I use my other ones, then it makes like these little, rectangle slices. So I like to do it this way. I'm going to go ahead and get this in here. Say hi if you're around in the comments. And also tell me in the comments what you guys eat for Thanksgiving this year. Did you stay on track? Was this your cheat meal? Some people like to stay on track and eat keto Thanksgiving food. Some people like to take it as a cheat day. I never do it as a cheat day really because I hate the way I feel. So I always try to stay mostly keto on holidays because I don't want to feel terrible. So I'm going to put my egg whites in here first. And I would never remember how much, so I always have to look because 51-year-old brain, And I'm a messy cooker. You guys are messy when you cook? And I'm meal prepping today instead of yesterday or Sunday because I was out of town. Some of you saw I went to Colorado to visit my son for Thanksgiving and his wife. We had a great time. And get a towel here. We had a great time. Hiked quite a bit. Got to see some things, and we've been to Colorado many times. My husband is from Colorado, and so we've been up there many times over the years, going camping, doing different things. Thought maybe we might live there again for him someday, but we haven't quite got there. We got grandchildren. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need scissors. This is a brand new bag. I see 2 people are on. Say hi. Goodness. Let me get scissors. Hold on. These things never open like they're supposed to. At least they don't for me, and maybe it's just me. All right, so we need 1/4 cup of the allulose, and the allulose just makes it brown really nicely, which I like. Now, some people have put whole egg powder and nutritional yeast in theirs. I tried the nutritional yeast. I really didn't like it that much in mine. So I felt like it changed. It didn't make it rise as much for whatever reason when I put it in. It made it a lot less poofy. So I couldn't tell much difference in the taste. So I didn't see any reason to put it in. But you can put what you want. And this is Redmond's real salt. I just eyeball it. It's supposed to be a teaspoon or 1/2 teaspoon, whatever you like. And then 1/2 teaspoon of the cream and tartar. And that's just to help to get the good peaks. Ooh, that's too much. That works. Hi, Mimi. Hi, Rosio. See you guys are on. Mimi, how's that baby? Now we're doing 1.5 cups of water. And then we're just going to beat the heck out of this. When you don't think you've done it long enough, then you do it longer. So I'll be able to check comments better when we do this. Oh, where'd that thing go? Always put this on. Otherwise, you will have it flying all over you. Okay. All right. Then we're just going to let that go until it's ready. Okay, so we're meal prepping, Rosio. Can you guys still hear me? I can move closer. We are meal prepping, and this is the protein sparing modified fasting bread. And then I'm going to make some chicken when this is done, and some salad dressing, and then also going to be making some truffles for the week. Awesome. You're feeding him while he is watching his Dave and Ava. Aw. Awesome. He's so cute. You're a good mama, girl. So I'm going to go ahead and spray my loaf pan. Really good. And then when we get this in the oven, we'll go ahead and do our truffles. I'm also going to make hard-boiled eggs, but I won't show you guys that, but I'll tell you how I'm going to do it. If you've been watching for a while, you'll know that I do them in the Instant Pot. I do the 5-5-5 method. So I do 5 minutes on manual, 5 minutes on slow release, and then 5 minutes in a cold water bath. And that's all there is to it. Super easy. It's the best way to do them because they peel so easy. But I'll do that at the end. All right, so what did everybody eat for Thanksgiving? I know Rosio is tired because she did a lot of cooking. I'm getting chocolate stuff out. I love the truffles are so simple ingredients. Oh, you're thinking about doing BBBE? That's a good idea. BBBE is really great. I only lasted a week. I can do, like I said, I can do regular carnivore for like ever. I'll start missing vegetables eventually. Like right now, I'm going to add them back in because it's the holidays. But with BBBE, I don't know if it's just because I came from the summer of doing lots of things, going out to eat, doing all the things. And then I tried to do a week of it for like a reset, and I felt like very deprived. And I love beef, so don't get me wrong. If I could have eaten a ribeye every day, I probably would have been fine. But I was just like, I'm over this. I need some other meats, But everybody does really well on it who sticks with it for longer than I did. But like regular carnivore, I can do really well. Oh, that sounds delicious, Rosio. Oh, good job. I didn't eat any desserts for Thanksgiving. Since we were going up there, I did bring some swerve we used for a recipe. My son made us this Korean army stew, which was really good. And I brought my palmini noodles with me and swerve because it called for some sugar in his sauce, and so he put that instead of sugar. Not on Thanksgiving, but a different day. And it was really good. It was spicy. I like spicy, as you guys know. But for Thanksgiving, I didn't make any desserts for me because I was like, well, what am I going to do with the rest of it after I eat what I want of it, I mean, I'm sure my son probably would have ate it, but they had regular stuff, they had pumpkin pie and all that. So I figured I would just skip that part. And yeah, so, but I didn't really miss it that much. Yeah, I think that BBBE would help with that, Mimi, for sure. Also, the thing about BBBE that's nice is you don't really need to track. You don't really need to track a carnivore either, but I track because it keeps me in check to track. So I don't overeat, You can't hear me. Okay. It's probably because of this. Hold on. Can you hear me now? Hi, Alan. The mixer's really loud. Oh, you can't hear me. It's only on my end. Can you hear me now when I'm up close? Okay. You can hear me. Okay. I'm just wondering if it's the mixer. It'll be done in a minute, and then y'all be able to hear me again, hopefully. But I'll stay close until it's done. Not quite done. Okay, cool deal. That sounds good, Rosia. But yeah, so I skipped on the desserts for Thanksgiving. Hey, Alan, what did you eat for Thanksgiving? I'm sure you put it on video, but I haven't got to catch up on all my videos yet since I've been out of town. We were just talking about whether we stayed keto or we incorporated like keto desserts, or if we went off plan or not. Oh, cool. All right, good. I always have crazy internet, so I want to make sure it wasn't on my end. Steak, lobster, bacon wrapped shrimp. Okay, I'm coming to your house next time for Thanksgiving. That sounds amazing. That would be a great Christmas dinner too. Check my peaks. They're getting there. So if you ever make the, and I know Alan knows this, if you ever make the protein sparing modified fasting bread, you think it's ready, just let it keep going some more. The more it goes, the better. You want really good peaks. Cool. So what is everyone's plans for December? Well, we have like one more day in this month, and then we got December coming. What is everyone's plan to stay on track, or are you just taking the month off? Some people are like, I know, which I don't think is a good idea, because in January you're just going to have to try to get off what you gained plus some if you need more to lose more. But I think it's good to have a strategy. Smoked turkey, roasted turkey, and ham plus fixins under the sun. I bet. That sounds delicious. Not quite, almost. Turn it up just a little bit to come over here. But yeah, so I think it's good to have a strategy. That's good, Alan. Trying to stay on track. I am too. So I'm, like I said, I was carnivore up until Thanksgiving, and now I'm going to kind of stay ketovore through the holidays. January 2nd, I start the last phase of the Live Hard program, which is going to be it's phase 3. So I'll really be buckling up then. But even in December, I'm not going to go crazy. I'm still going to enjoy the holidays, have some treats, but I really just don't eat a lot of sweets anymore. It's just here and there, you know. I still have ghosts from Halloween. Haven't eaten all of them. Okay, that's a good, yeah. I mean, so, and I've adapted a lot of our traditional Christmas things, um, like my gumbo and different things to be keto paleo, so that I'm not like totally having all this stuff I shouldn't have on Christmas. So that's cool. Let's see. We're almost there. Yeah. So, okay, let's see. Yeah, so I plan, like I said, stay kind of ketovore, keeping my carbs pretty low. Um, I'm upping my exercise gradually as I get into January, because I'm going to have to be doing the 2 45-minute workouts again, and figuring that out as I go. And making sure I'm getting my water in, because I have to start. I haven't been drinking my gallon. I've been drinking more like a half gallon lately, and I need to get back up to my gallon before January. So that's something I'm going to be working on this month as well. Really up in that water. All right, I think it's ready. I'm going to go over there and turn this off. All right, let me get a spatula. And like I said earlier, if you weren't on here, I sometimes do a large loaf of this. Sometimes I do 2 small loaves. But for like lunches and whatever, I like really to use a large loaf because it makes bigger pieces. You can make them thin, but make bigger slices instead of when I do my other 2 loaf pans, it's like really tiny. So that's why I do these or do this one. There it goes. As much of this off as I can. Don't want to waste all that good egg white. Ooh, tamales. My dad, Rosio, loved tamales. So that was like his Christmas Eve thing he loved besides the gumbo. We would make gumbo for Christmas Day. He used to love tamales when he was alive. And so we would try to find him. They used to have a really great place here that had tamales. And it went out of business. But now it's just like people making them and selling them is the only way you can get it. So you have to just kind of watch the Facebook marketplaces, you know, to see who's selling them. So then we're just going to lightly put this in here. We're going to shape it up here in a sec. I've got some of the bun molds and the other types of molds on my Christmas list, Amazon. So we'll see if I get some from Santa. Also hoping to get a new air fryer since mine died. You get really spoiled by those air fryers. And then when you have to do stuff in the oven, you're like, oh, gosh, do I have to? Okay, let me get this out of the way. All right, so then I'm just going to kind of get that out of the way so you guys can see. There we go. Then I'm just going to kind of smooth it a little bit. Not too much because we don't want to mess up the peaks too bad. And then I've got the oven already heated to 325, and this is going to go on for 30 minutes. Just like that. All right. I'm going to put this in, and that's what it looks like before. Set a timer. All right, got the timer on. Now we got to heat these up for chopples. Do you guys make chaffles? I haven't made any in a while, and I've kind of been wanting some, so plug them in. All the extension cords. All right, so we're going to spray these and let them heat up while I mix up the egg. And I guess I should grab a plate because I'm very messy with my... Are you guys messy? Do you guys have these little mini dashes? I'm like so messy when I make stuff in them. I always have spillage because I always seem to overfill them. There's that. Sip of coffee. Yeah, I hadn't made them in a long time either, and I was like, and they're carnivore. I mean, actually, if you're doing, well, you can't have the cheese on BBBE. What could you do with them with BBBE? I guess you could just do egg. I'm sure there's got to be a BBBE recipe out there for it. But for carnivore, you could have the cheese if you're doing cheese. Oh, okay. Well, I have a mini dash problem. I've got these two. I've got pancake one, and then I've got those Halloween ones. I got the skull, the spider, and the pumpkin. I'm gonna start with 2 eggs to do a double batch, and then I'll probably make some more because I want to make enough to have for the week for different things. Also like jalapenos in mine too, so I may add some jalapenos to a couple of them for more, Oh. And I put cheese in here, and then I put some on there as well. That's how I do mine. Because I feel like it gives it a better crust. We do a little Redmond's. And pepper, I think. And coffee. So what do you I know Alan likes to prep sometimes. Does anyone else like to meal prep? I don't meal prep as much as I would if I worked a lot more out of the house. I do work at my church, but I'm home a lot during the daytime except Tuesdays and Sundays. And but so I'm able to be here to make stuff. So I don't have to do like a big giant meal prep all the time because I'm not taking it, that many days a week. So I do a lot here. Okay, these are ready. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a little bit of cheese and sprinkle it on the bottom, just a little bit. And then use a ladle. Because if not, I will get way too much, which I do anyway. So put a little bit of the egg in there. And then shut. And then this one, cheese. A little sprinkle. Next batch, I'll get the jalapenos out. There we go. Let's see. Okay. Oh, yeah. I do like making the pumpkin. So the pumpkin ones I make with my level 1 protein powder. You could use keto chow. You could use whatever you wanted. But I use that. And basically that's the only thing I change, I think. And then, okay, cool. Oh, your husband can cook, girl, and you can too. But like all the stuff you tell me he cooks all the time, I'm just like, oh, girl, so many possibilities with that. See, it is leaking. Every time. Let me grab something to put these on. Knock on wood, the grandkids are actually here, so they're being really good. Let's hope it stays that way. there for now. Okay, do you guys have your Christmas decorations up yet? Mine is not because I went out of town, but we usually put ours up the weekend after Thanksgiving, but since we were traveling, we're going to put it up this weekend. And then so that means I get to keep it up longer, right? I know that's the argument I'm going to make anyway. We'll see how it goes. Okay. It's supposed to be on the slant because it's cooking a little weird. Flip it for a second. All right. And the other thing I'll miss about my air fryer is I love heating chaffles in the air fryer because they crisp up nice, for reheating. So I'm really hoping Santa brings me one. Oh, you got it up early. That's cool, Rosio. So how'd you love New Orleans? Ah, cool. I really wanted to put my decorations up before I left town, but I couldn't convince the hubs. He's like, no way. Too early. All right, so these are done. Putting these on the plate over here. I'm going to, there's just a tiny bit left in this one. This time I'm going to put some jalapenos. I need my garbage bowl. Don't really have room for it, so. All right, jalapenos. And I just buy the ones from Aldi that are in the jar. I think those are the easiest. If you have an Aldi. Alan loves to go to Costco, and I don't have a Costco, so it makes me jealous. But Sam's is starting to carry more things than they used to. I'm not going to put pepper in these since I'm doing jalapenos. But I really wish we had a Costco. But I am thankful we have a Aldi since we don't have H-E-B. Maybe I'll try not to overfill it this time. Okay, now I'm going to put some jalapenos. I just lay them right on there. Spread them out a little bit. Ooh, got some of that good juice in there too. All right, those will go. He took your air fryer with him to his new apartment. Oh, he didn't have a microwave. Okay. Well, air fryers are way better than microwaves anyway, but I have got to try to get back to New Orleans. I haven't been in a while. I used to go every year after I moved to moved to Texas, and then life has just been crazy, and I haven't been back in several years. So I need to make a trip back, especially since I have several. I need to go see my friends. Oh, really? Huh. So I don't think they would build Costco across the street from Sam's here because there's like a school across the street from Sam's here, trade school or whatever, from the school district. But there is a great place for it by this really nice newer shopping center we've had for a couple of years. So I'm wondering looks like they're building something over there. So everybody's speculating that it could be a Costco. I would be okay with it being a Costco or a Trader Joe's or something like that would be awesome too. I love Trader Joe's as well. But so what do you guys use your truffles for when you make truffles? Do you make sandwiches? Do you use them for buns, for hamburgers? What do you guys like to use them for? Hey, that's pretty good 2 pounds for going to New Orleans, girl. It's kind of like going to Disney World and not gaining because, I mean, there's so much good food and almost everything in New Orleans is fried. When I go home, I splurge on 2 things. And then the rest of the time I stay keto. And then I get kind of mad at myself after I splurge because then I get sick. But I have to do it. It's like I have to take the hit. I have to take the gluten hit for beignets and for Johnny's po' boys, shrimp po' boys. Those are the only 2 times I eat stuff that's not on plan. And I haven't been in several years, so I haven't done it in a long time. But when I do go, that's all I do. Then the rest of the time I'm eating I eat grilled fish, blackened fish, grilled shrimp, all that stuff. But I have to get my fix in of that because those are my 2 favorite places to get stuff to eat when I'm home. But all right, come on, let's see how these guys are. Ooh, yummy. I should have sprayed it again. No, there it goes. Nice crust. I just like to flip it. I feel like it gives it a good firmer crust on the bottom. Some people don't, but how good is it, that nice crust? Come in here. You can come in. I'm being paged.
What's that smell?
I'm cooking. Come here. Come say hi to the camera. Good morning, Tony. Over here by Yaya. Right here. This is Liam. Say hi.
Hi.
I'm making truffles. You want one?
Waffles?
Well, they're like waffles. They're called truffles. It's egg and cheese.
I'll take one.
You'll take one? Okay. Let me get you a
Yeah,
plate.
but I have to let them cool down. But can I go back and forth?
Yep.
Okay.
Here, let me get you one.
Let's have to
This one's cheese, so you don't want that one because it has jalapeno. So here you go. You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye. One down. Or one gone already. Which is, both grandkids love everything that I make that's keto. And they do eat some of their other stuff. Like this morning they showed up with, I'm not going to say, I wanted to scream. But I do my best when they're here to make sure they're eating as healthy as possible. Sandwich buns? Oh, BLT. That sounds good. That sounds delicious. Okay, this will be for one. I'm going to have to mix up some more, especially since somebody stole one. Oh, I forgot to put my cheese down first. So I'll put the cheese on top.
Hi, I'm back.
You're back? What do you need now?
You
just want to come say hi again while you're chopping?
I have to come.
That's okay. Where's Sissy at? Okay. That's what I thought. I just want to make sure.
He's sleeping on the couch.
Okay, that's good.
That's why I want to put him.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, that kid. He's a cutie. Haven't done school yet. We're gonna do school in a little bit. They got here at 6:30 this morning, so I figured that we shouldn't start school till we're done with this live, anyways. He's playing games on my old phone. I took everything off of it, but some games for them that I said was okay for them Has anyone been watching Christmas movies? I can tell you one that we watched that was really good, and I was kind of skeptical whether it was going to be good, but it was really good. So if you are a fan of the Christmas Story movie that they play every year, the marathon, all that, some people are like, I love that movie, and some people are like, I'm so sick of that movie, you know. But we watched the Christmas Story Christmas, A Christmas Story Christmas, which is the new one, and he's all grown up, Ralphie. It's on HBO Max if you have HBO Max. It was hilarious. We loved it. And it had brought back a lot of the original actors. It didn't bring back the mom because she's 80-something and retired and she didn't want to do it. But they brought back his friends, his brother. Of course, Darren McGavin is passed, so they couldn't bring, but they included him in other ways. It was great. I loved it. We watched that in Colorado while we were up there. We've also been watching the Santa Clauses, the show on Disney Plus. Continuation of Tim Allen. It's really good so far. It comes out every Wednesday, the new episodes of that. So those of you that just jumped on, we're making meal prep. I've got protein sparing modified fasting bread in the oven. Was the first thing we did. And now I'm making some chaffles. And then I'm going to make some chicken and some salad dressing. And I'll make eggs too, boiled eggs, but I'm not going to show you guys that. Yeah, I watched it on the plane, Rosio, before we got there because I knew we were going to watch it with my son. And I wanted to watch it even though like I've watched it a million times and know what happened. But I just thought, why not? It was one of the choices on Southwest. So that's what I watched. But, yeah. I always overfill these. Flip. That's what happens when I meal prep. Every time I try to meal prep bacon, half of it gets eaten by other people. So it's kind of like, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with them eating this instead of some other junk. For sure. Get some protein in those kids. That was jalapeno. We'll do a cheese over here. Yeah, we'll do one more jalapeno. We're going to have even amounts, right? I also need to start making pancakes and waffles because I have a gazillion. I have a year supply of Nush pancake mix I need to use that I won. So I've got to use it. And I do use it for the grandkids. They do like it. I'll make them pancakes and add stuff to it like chocolate chips and whatnot. So I need to do that too. If you're on here, make sure you hit the like button and also share the stream somewhere. It'd be great. I'm trying to grow my channel. So 2 things while I'm doing this, just a little like housekeeping, whatever. If you didn't watch the announcement video for the Christmas card thing, you'll see the video that says big announcement or whatever. Go watch that. I'm doing a Christmas card exchange. And my P.O. box is in that video. But in all my videos in the description box, I have my P.O. box. If you want to send a card, I'll send you one back. And I'm going to read all your cards on air. I think I'm going to do it December 15th. I need to look at my schedule. I'll post when I'm going to do it. And if you don't want it read live, just write that in there and say, please don't read mine, blah, blah, blah. But if you don't mind, I'll read it. And then the other thing is I'm trying to grow my channel. I want to get to 2,000. So I'm going to do a giveaway when I get to 2,000. So if you will share the channel, I really would love to get there by the end of the year. Share the channel, share the videos, all the things so that I can get some more people on here. And that one's ready. Okay. And then I'll make that one jalapeno, so I'll make this one some more cheese. Also, I figure if you're gonna have to make a mess with these waffle makers, you might as well make more than just a couple, because you have to clean it anyway, right? All right, so that's done. This out of the way. So we're supposed to get hot again today because it's supposed to storm, and then it's supposed to get really cold because of a cold front coming through. And we're going to get cold again, which I'm okay with because I love cold weather. One of those oddball Southerners who like cold weather rather than hot weather. All right. Yay! I'll be looking for it, Rosio. Yeah, I really having a YouTube has really made me better with Christmas cards. I didn't send them for years because I was just like, meh. But I kind of like snail mail. I think snail mail is fun. Whether it's a card or whatever, you know. It makes my day to get something from someone. And I like to make someone else's day as well. So I think this one's ready. Flip. So next I'm going to cook some chicken after that bread's done. Then I'm going to use for multi-purpose stuff during the week. For instance, like if I want to make a salad, because I bought some romaine. If I want to just eat it with something on the side or whatever, for lunches basically is what I'm making it for, not for dinners. But and I work Wednesday night, so I'll probably save some of it for that, for me to take for my dinner at work and whatnot. So, oh, crispy. All right, that's done. Flip this one. Sec. All right. Like it's 95% humidity here today. It's crazy. All right, that one's ready. So I've got a few for the week. If someone else doesn't come steal one, should have made them all jalapeno, right? But anyway, I'm glad they're eating it. He's eating it. But so I'm gonna put these over here to cool, and then clean this up so I can show you the chicken. What I'm gonna do with it. All right. Unplug these. We don't need this either. Okay. He's out of the way. All right, so I cooked. I don't know about y'all, but I don't like to dirty pans. Like if I can get more use out of something, I am. So I made bacon this morning, and this has my bacon grease on it from this morning. I'm going to use it to cook the chicken on because it's going to give it good flavor, but it's also going to not waste another pan. Are you videoing us? He likes to video too. That's not.
Let's just see tries to delete some.
Oh, okay.
He deletes some when I do some.
Oh, okay. All right, so I just have, so at Aldi, they've had, ever since all this food shortage and all this stuff started, they not, like they used to always have chicken thighs, and now they don't always have chicken thighs, so they started carrying this, and this is chicken leg meat. So it's basically like the leg and the thigh together, but it's off the bone. And it's basically the same thing as thighs almost. So that's what I use instead now. So I'm just going to open these up. And just throw them all on here. And you can tell they're really big because they're the leg and the thigh. So it's actually a really good deal. So this whole package was $3.77, especially right now with the prices as they are. And I love dark meat. I really do. I think it has more flavor. All right, let me wash my hands a little bit. All right. Now we're going to season them. Flip them and season the other side. I think I'm going to use Danos. All right, so I've got the Redmond's organic garlic salt, some onion salt from Trader Joe's, and Danos. That's what I'm going to put on these. Just basic, you know. Oh, that got kind of hard. Hold on. What do you have when you don't have all those preservatives, right? Like, why isn't it coming out? There we go. It's also very coarse. It's not like garlic powder, so it comes out really slow. So you have to. I love this. Any of the spices from Trader Joe's as well. I'm not going to use salt because I use Danos. And this is a Danos spicy, which is my favorite. They have the Chipotle one too. I like it too, but this one's my favorite. And then of course the all-purpose one's good for everything too. It's if you don't like spice. So now I'm flipping them over, and this side already has the bacon grease on it, and the other side will get what's left. You know, it would be good flavor. No bacon grease left behind, right? Yeah, they feed a family really well, Rosio. It's a good deal. And you can do so many things with them. You can crock pot them. You can cook them in the oven. You can do, you know, all kinds. And they'll shred in the crock pot just like chicken breasts will. Oh, there's our timer. Okay, so I'm going to let that oven open while I finish this. And then I'll take it out and show it to you. All right, so I got that all seasoned like that. And I'm just going to switch them out. So let me get something to put the bread on so you guys can see that. All right, so here's the bread. And it's very puffy, but it goes down a little bit. But see the nice color? That's from the allulose. Gives it that nice color. So now I'm going to put the chicken in. And then we'll make some salad dressing. All right, there I can see. All right, so let me get a jar. So I'm making salad dressing because all the salad dressings right now are unless you're getting really crappy ingredients, are so expensive right now. And I used to make my own salad dressing all the time. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to spend $7 something on a bottle of salad dressing. I still have a couple bottles left in here that are kind of towards the bottom. I was like, but let me make some at least this grocery trip, and I'll watch for sales. And when they're on sale, I'll buy some. But for now, I'm going to make me some. So I'm going to get avocado oil. You can use olive oil too. I'm going to use Dijon mustard, some apple cider vinegar. I use the one with the mother. You should always try to use that one. It's better for your health. Some real salt, some Green Goddess seasoning from Trader Joe's. If you don't have a Trader Joe's, so this is what's in these two. So in the Green Goddess one is just minced onion, salt, granulated garlic, ground pepper, black pepper, dried chives, dried green onion, spinach powder, lemon oil, lemon juice, dried parsley, and that's about it. So it's very good, all-purpose, like for different things. And then this is just garlic and onion, green onions, dried chives in here. So that gives you that. And I'm also going to use some fresh garlic because I love me some garlic and some pepper. Let me get a lid. And I love doing it in a jar because you don't have to stir it or use a blender. You just shake it up. So the first thing I'm going to do is put about a half a cup to a cup of avocado oil, depending on how much you want to make. Because it'll last a while. Plus you're going to mix some other stuff in it. I'm going to put a couple squirts of this Dijon. Probably about 2 tablespoons. Two tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. And I'm just going to use the cap and eyeball it. And you also can put some sweetener. I always taste mine first. And I'm just going to put all my spices. I taste mine first, and if I want it sweet, then I'm going to add that as well. Get a spoon for the garlic. I'm going to put a good spoon of this in here. This gives it so much flavor. A little pepper. So you can put stevia, you can put monk fruit, you can put whatever. You can put allulose if you want in it. If you want it to have some sweetness, you can put the lid on it and just shake it up. And that's all you do. Now, if you keep this in the refrigerator, it's going to congeal. So you'll have to warm it, like let it come to room temperature and shake it up before you use it. But if you, I tend to just leave mine out by the stove, and it does fine because the vinegar in here and the oil, it's all going to keep this from going bad. And you're not, if you're not going to use it very fast, then make a little bit less. That way it won't go bad. But that's all there is to it, guys. Super easy. Basic salad dressing. Do you guys ever make salad dressing? I've also made ranch. I've made blue cheese. I have some dairy-free ranch recipes in my cookbook for when I was doing AIP because I needed dairy-free. Also, some people can't have dairy. So that helps them. So that's pretty much, I think, everything I'm going to make. I'm just going to chit-chat now. Oh, also another announcement I wanted to make was on my Etsy, which is in the description box also, my cookbook. I put it on sale starting today through next Monday because since I wasn't around for Black Friday, Cyber, whatever, I didn't have my laptop with me to be able to go on to Etsy to do that. And so I wanted to give people an opportunity who haven't, maybe we're thinking about getting my cookbook. They could. It's 15% off for that time period. So, and it is a PDF, so you can print it out or you can just save it on your computer, whatever you want to do if you don't have it. I have like several that I've gotten like that I just keep them on my desktop on my computer, and I haven't printed them yet, but I just pull them up when I want to use them for different recipes. So I won't cut this until it's completely cool, because you don't want to mess it up. You don't want to mess with it until it's really cool. Yeah, homemade dressings are. And I always used to make, homemade salad dressing and my mayo. I always made those like for years, and then I got lazy. So, but then they started coming out with better ones, right? But they're just so expensive right now. I can't pay that much. But like I said, the last thing I'm going to do before when I get off of here is I'm going to make some eggs. I am going to make some bone broth probably tomorrow, though. My mom gave me what was left of the turkey they had at her house while I was gone, and it's mostly the carcass with a little bit of meat. I'm going to try to warm it up in the oven, let it and pick off the meat, then throw everything else into the Instapot with some other stuff and make some broth. But I probably won't do that till tomorrow, just because I got to do some homeschool. But I see 8 of you guys are on here. If you haven't said hi, say hi in the chat. I would love to hear from you guys. And make sure you hit that like button and share the video, share the stream. If you guys are watching the replay, share the stream as well. And also, I will be starting Vlogmas on the 1st. So those of you that like to watch a Vlogmas, that will be starting on the 1st. So I will have a video every day for you up until Christmas for Vlogmas. Some of them will be what I eat in a day, some will be grocery hauls, and then others will be things like doing Christmassy things, like, doing a craft or going to look at Christmas lights or something. There'll be different things throughout the month, which me and the grandkids have a lot of fun doing. And then last year on one of the days, it was around day 18, I think, I did a live where I wrapped presents. We just chatted. So that was a lot of fun. I think I'll probably do that again too. Hi, Lady J. Hi, Dory Jr. Yay! I'm glad you like Vlogmas, Rosio. I like doing it. I felt like I didn't get that many views for it the last couple of years, but I think that's because my channel was a lot smaller. Now that it's starting to grow, I think it's going to do better. But I enjoy doing it. But, so, I feel like I definitely got some things done. Yes, Liam?
I'm laying the phone charge so I can watch TV.
Okay. He's telling me he's charging the old phone. But yeah, I do love...
That's the old phone that we got.
But I do love Vlogmas. I think it's fun. I love Christmas time in general. So one of the first ones, probably not the first one, obviously, but maybe like the first couple of next week, or at least one, will probably be showing you my Christmas decorations, because hopefully I will get them all done this weekend. So I'll give you a tour of the Christmas decor that we put up. I really want to get some new stuff for the yard, but we'll see.
Can I watch Disney on your profile?
Mm-hmm. And but we'll see what happens. I've seen some really cute blow-ups. Those blow-up things are that I want. I saw when I went on one of my walks last week. I saw one that was a dinosaur. It was a Christmas dinosaur, and I was like, oh, I would love to have that in the yard. That would be so fun. But I've always wanted a nativity scene for my yard, but I haven't got that yet either. So we'll see what we can do. Oh, awesome. I love that, Rosio. I'm glad we can entertain you while you're cooking. I like to watch a lot of my videos while I'm cooking too. That's how I catch up on some of my YouTube. Either then or like if the kids are doing something watching some silliness that I don't want to watch, then I'll watch YouTube. I would have watched it on the plane, but you can get Wi-Fi on Southwest, but you have to only watch the things they have on there. You can't like watch something. And I know there's some way to download on your phone from YouTube so you can watch later, but I don't know how to do that. So I'm not that technical or that technically inclined. Is that the word? The two words? How do you say it? All right, so Christmas cards, Vlogmas, giveaway for 2,000. So like, share, all the things. And what else am I missing? Something else I told you, but I can't think of what it is right now. But watch the replay and leave a comment down below. And I guess I'm pretty much done, guys. I just wanted to chat with you guys. If you have any questions or anything real quick. Oh, I understand that, Mimi. I miss my dad at the holidays, so I totally understand that. But that baby boy will just make you enjoy Christmas, I'm sure. I get joy out of those grandkids for Christmas because I get to, now that my kids are kind of grown, they still enjoy our family traditions, but now the grandkids are enjoying the stuff we did when they were little. So it's kind of fun doing those kinds of things. So I understand that. All right, guys, I think I'm going to sign off. If you are watching the replay, say hi in the comments down below, and check out the announcement video if you missed it about the Christmas cards and all the things. And cookbooks on sale, Vlogmas is starting. And yeah, so I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. And I will see you guys soon, probably tomorrow in a video. Oh, that's cute. All right. I will talk to you guys soon. I'm going to sign off. Thanks for coming on here, all you guys that came on. Love you guys. Thanks for all the support.